for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
This digital stuff is absolutely key. Because without it, they can't enforce anything. Without it, they can't mandate that you do something.
The point is, such a system has to have, mandates a cashless society. We must have a cashless society, or this new credit card type of system and microchip implant system will not work.
They're transitioning now as hard as they can to a new monetary system, where people like us, or ordinary people around the world, we won't have money in our pockets. There'll only be a digital currency.
In the months ahead, central banks around the world are planning to go digital. Many of the legacy banks you've heard of, where you probably even keep your money, like Bank of America, Chase, Citi, Wells Fargo, they're about to be reset. Essentially, it means the function of our banks is about to change. They probably won't raise public suspicion about it by changing the signs on your bank's branches, but according to my sources, the Federal Reserve will soon own all the banks, and your local branch is simply going to be like a licensee of the Fed. In other words, the banking infrastructure is being rebuilt from the ground up, and very few Americans are aware this is even happening.
The first week of April, the Federal Reserve begins the FedNow pilot program for early adopters to become certified participants to help the Fed confirm readiness for their July launch. FedNow is an instant payment processing system that seeks to be the base of all digital transactions.
We'll be ready to launch the FedNow service between May and July of 2023, bringing this innovative core instant payments infrastructure to financial institutions of every size across America.
If the banks are deplatforming people, you can't use their financial system. Are you going to go to the CBDC land where eventually you won't be able to spend money without like a microdisc in your hand and all of this stuff? There's obvious red lines people can't cross. How are you going to feed your family? How are you going to keep your house heated in the winter? Basic needs.
Society. It's ready to go.
And a cashless society is the most important facet, the most important controlling facet of this new world economic order. Remember now, we have three facets to this new world order enslaving government. We have the new world order, the political part of it. We have the new world economic order, which is the enslaving economic part of it in a cashless society. And as well as that, we have the religious order, meaning the New Age movement that we discussed previously. So this magazine now is a magazine published by a sub-organization of the Illuminati. The Futurist is a magazine designed to condition us to their plan that is coming. And in this one particular issue, you'll notice here that there's a symbol on the front. It looks like a dollar symbol, and you may not see that it's really an electronic circuit, meaning that the new money that's coming, and they say that here, is electronic money, not paper money, not coin money, but credits and debits. Electronic funds transfer in a cashless society, not just in the United States, but globally. Now notice on one of the prime articles here, it talks about a cash-free society. In other words, folks, there is a plan to take the entire globe cashless.
Cash is taken out of the system. We're all forced to use central bank digital currencies. How do we transact? How is it distributed? And what could that mean in terms of what you call the most totalitarian control system in human history?
Yes. Of course, the precondition for this to be so totalitarian is, as you point out, to eliminate alternatives. And that has been happening. Cash is being de-emphasized. In some European countries, you literally, they don't use cash anymore. In China, they use digital payment systems. Also, cash is very, very rare in the big cities anyway. But the big alternative is bank digital currency, and that's why it's so concerning to see suddenly, runs on reasonably large, medium-sized American banks. Very strange, because it doesn't have to happen. If the regulators do their job, then it doesn't have to create such a we don't have to see such a situation. So the alternatives need to be eliminated. Then you have central bank digital currencies left. Now they say, and perhaps quickly to address that, this is good, because then we can, as you mentioned here, we can be more efficient with monetary policy. We can have inclusion, financial inclusion. We can restrict money laundering, cyber, crime, and things like that.
This has nothing to do with cash. Has nothing to do with keeping the black market up. Has nothing to do with convenience. Has nothing to do with neat little ways to have an e-wallet. This is about successive approximation, incremental steps, and the habituation of society to eventually having a fish, RFID, something placed in you.